to you?
Just a bit nervous, man.
What is you feel?
Nervous, man. What's going on, people? You're locked into another episode of Can I Get a Drop? Obviously, I go by the name of Amisi, aka Apple Juice, aka Editor, aka Timer, aka whatever in it. And obviously, next to me, I've got the lovely.
I go by the name of Chyna Lee, aka Had No Sleep, aka Headache, aka I'm gonna keep calling. And you're gonna say, is it textable? And yeah.
And obviously today we've got a special guest with us today. I know everyone's thinking, oh my god, is that? But you get me, we've got Nana in the building.
Thank you for having me.
What's going on, man?
Same old. Man.
Same old. How's your day been?
Jam packed, it's been a bit jam packed. I've been at work, finished late, that's why I come in a bit late. But yeah, been working all day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same old stuff, man.
Yeah, first and foremost, thank you for coming down. We appreciate you. Obviously, we know it's a bit last minute, but we got you in the building, so
It's cool.
you get me, man. But yeah, bro, what team do you support, bro?
Bro, I'm a big Arsenal fan,
You're an Arsenal fan, yeah?
Arsenal, man. That's
So
me.
I'm guessing you're happy with the latest signing.
Ghanaian as well. Can't tell you. Like, you can't go wrong with that one there.
You can't go wrong.
Love it.
You can't go
Do you
wrong.
know I thought you was gonna be like a Man U or Tottenham fan? I don't know why.
I was born in that kind of area. I was born in Hackney, to be fair, but I lived in
okay.
England.
Oh yeah, shit, you were winning.
Lived in England, so that's my
That's your home ground.
I mean, that's me.
Home ground, bro.
That's me still.
No, that's good though, man. That's good. So the reason why I brought you on here, bro, is because you're doing something that's, to me, very important amongst the youth. Not only the youth, but for people like around our age group. And I basically just wanted you to speak about it in general. Obviously, we're going to ask you questions in regards to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I brought you on here. Obviously, I know China's got a few questions as well. So, China, when you're ready, you can kick it off.
So, what made you want to start doing, or for example, if people don't know, which they should, but what do you actually do? What do you?
I forgot to even say.
I basically run a football kind of program, football club in North London area. It goes from like ages 3 all the way to like 14. And I also, initially I started off like in the world of representing footballers, so it's like kind of like an agent. But where I thought that was a bit more of a long-term thing, I thought, you know what I mean, dip into this, get this guy, and then I can still kind of fall back into that. So This started off well, so yeah, basically based on football. That's me. That's a bit of me still.
Okay. What made you want to start a football club?
Obviously, growing up, I always wanted to be a footballer.
Yeah.
Had many like trials and stuff, but it didn't really go to plan.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm not really gonna work in the office. I'm not that kind of guy. I didn't get great grades. Like, I was like a C student / D. So I wasn't the best in school. So I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna
do
not
something.
play football, I might as well stay in football and do something with football. So I obviously went to uni, studied sports. And after that, I went to work for basically a football club. But I got basically made redundant a couple of years back, and then from there I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna work for any football club again. I'm gonna start my own. And basically from there, I just said, start the football club to see how it goes, and I started it. Obviously with a few other lads, and it'd be Mike's and Jordan, and then kicked it off last year, April. And since then, it's been crazy, man. It's been good. Oh, thank you.
It's very inspiring, though. And I guess you're inspiring a lot of younger boys as well to want to play.
Yeah,
100%.
It's a nice feeling to know that the younger kids are looking up to you. They love playing football, and you're giving them the platform to play football freely, no pressure, kind of thing. So it's good, man. It's a nice feeling still.
What about the parents? What are they saying for it?
Parents be parents, obviously. It's never easy, innit? Like, dealing with parents is something I don't think I was ever built for. But as time goes on, you kind of get used to it. Like, dealing with over 100 parents, like, during the week.
Jesus
having
Christ.
to send out messages, call parents, speak to parents. It's hectic. I can't even lie, but
Swear.
you kind of learn on the job, man. It gets easier still. It gets easier.
Flipping hell.
It's not easy though, but.
Have you had any parents shouting down the phone yet?
Yeah, I had a couple parents have a little go at me still, but it's like, oh, my child's come home and he's unhappy because he didn't get the ball. But then obviously parents don't understand how football works. Like there's one football, there's like 10, maybe 15 kids. The child's not gonna get the ball all the time. Sometimes another child needs to play.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's just them understanding how it works in it. So the bridge between parents and myself needs to be like that, so they understand how I work.
Yeah.
How they're thinking, and yeah, man, it's like that, man.
Bleeding it, bro. Man said 100 parents, you know.
Nah, it's mad that there's loads of parents I have to deal with, but obviously, because this is my full-time job, I don't. It's not like I'm like time's there in it, so I can do it. It's not like I've got other things to be doing. This is me in it, so it's calm. It's easy still.
That's not too bad. I guess obviously with you handling it well, does it also have an effect on your personal life outside, or?
I'd say obviously
in terms of like your social life and that.
So like obviously the football club's based in North London. I live in North London, so I know I've got to carry myself well when I'm out. So like if I'm going to the shop to buy a drink, I'm gonna go to the shop and say, yes, let me get it. I'm gonna talk, properly and make sure I'm being polite and stuff. Just obviously because I've had times where I'm walking and I say, parent, like see a parent there and I'm like, but you know what I mean? I guess I just need to carry myself in a role model's kind of light. To make sure that if the kids see me out, they need to see me out appropriately. Innit? They don't want to see me out doing a madness. I've got to make sure I'm behaving myself and socially behaving myself and that. But other than that, it's cool, man. It's not really had a big effect on my social life, but obviously, like for example, social media. I'm not going to be talking crap on social media. I'm going to make sure I'm articulate with my things. Making sure that no one can say, "Oh, right, is that Coach Nana?" Nah, I need to make sure that I'm patterned. So it's that's other than that, it's calm.
No, that's sick, man.
Like I'm drinking a vodka and Fanta. I still got a social life. I got
you're allowed to have it, innit?
You know what I mean? I got to have my social life.
You're allowed to have it, man.
Other than that, it's cool.
So you're talking about you drink your vodka. So do you ever get onto that the boys about what they're drinking, like fizzy drinks or what they come eat? And
I've had kids like come to training, they got big bag of Pringles or big bag of Doritos, and I'm thinking like I'm telling them don't do that because it's not gonna make you play good and stuff like that. So you need to prepare yourselves like you're coming to play football. You're gonna come football down in the fufu. You're not gonna run. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of Ghanaian kids in my club, innit? There's loads of Ghanaian kids, and I know what they're on. They're at home. They're back in the rice and stew, and you know rice and stew don't set like stuck there. So obviously, dieting is something we talk about a little bit as well, making sure they're drinking a lot of water. The right things. Obviously, I'm a coach, so I can have it. Cheers.
No, that's good. So with all of that, with what you've just mentioned, I've also noticed that you guys also have the educational aspect of LSM. How does that correlate with what you do?
So we basically also go into schools, nurseries and stuff, and deliver sports sessions as well.
That's it.
More or less based in the North East London area. So that's the daytime kind of thing. Evening times is more the coaching. Saturday, Sunday, on the weekends is the coaching. But during the week, we also do the school stuff as well. Obviously, COVID had a big impact on that because, as you can imagine, a lot of schools are like, we don't want any external activities right now because of COVID. So I've had a little hit with that. But God willing, things pick up again, and you know what I mean, we can
get back on the
ball, man. But yeah, COVID did have a big effect on the club as well because obviously we couldn't produce football sessions for the children. We couldn't give them football sessions. If you can't give them football sessions, you don't get paid. Do you know what I mean? So it's had an effect, but
you're still pushing through, man.
God got me through it, man, and thankfully it's in a position, because in March before COVID happened, it was in a strong position. And then when we came back, which was in like June, I think mid-June, we came back we started doing sessions again, but it was in like social distancing kind of all of that stuff. But now it's in a stronger position, so glory to God, man.
Onwards and upwards.
What made you want to do the educational side of things?
So previously I worked in a school as a PE teacher, but it was a thing where I knew that obviously salary goes up, but it gets to a point where it stops, innit? It's not going to go up anymore, so I'm not going to be happy on that salary. I need to Being quite honest, I need to make more money. So I thought, you know what, I left that job last year. I said, I'm going to basically just go for it. Because obviously the football club, it pays, but it wasn't paying in a way where I could leave my job. So I took a risk leaving my job. So now the risk is paid off in a way, but still got a long way to go because of COVID. Like I said, a lot of the education stuff has stopped. But hopefully further down the line we can get back into it fully. But yeah, obviously at the end of the day, like children need people they can relate to, innit? Especially in the area we're from. Like I feel like if I can go into a school, work for a school, work whatever, and inspire a child, I've done my job, innit? Like there's kids that are gonna eventually fall into trouble. If I can be that intervention, kind of stop them from getting into trouble, I've done my part in it. It's the least I can do. Do you know what I mean?
Have you faced any challenges trying to get into that, when you was trying to get into schools, trying to get into that sort of
or even when you started?
Like, because obviously initially when I started, how it works is that you got to basically either call schools and nurseries up and say, hi, my name is this and I got this and do you want this? And if they don't want it, they don't want it and they'll just lock off the phone now. Or if they really got someone, because most of them got them already, innit? They either got externals or they've already got their own PE teachers, staff in it that do their own PE and sports. So it's kind of challenging because obviously initially when I first started, I remember the first week I went out into Haringey to try and pick up some schools. Got no everywhere, no. For the second day I was like, you know what, I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there. I'm gonna make calls because I can't take. You see me, I can't take rejection. I don't like it.
That's
so
good though.
I said I'm gonna make calls. Then I got 1-2 good kind of replies. I said day 3 I'm gonna go back out. Got loads of good replies. So then after day 3 I thought, this is a game where you're gonna get no's, you're gonna get yeses, but you just gotta push through. You gotta push through, man. I don't like this whole, because obviously if I'm at home and someone knocks on my door trying to provide a service, I'm shutting the door.
Straight, innit? Because you know it's not for you.
They can do the same to you, innit? They can shut it. No, we don't need it. So that's how it works. But that's a big challenge. Just being motivated to carry on when things are getting tough and you might face 9 no's in a day. Next day you might get 2 yeses, innit? So that's the game. You know what I mean?
With you obviously leaving your job previously, I know you had a few fears because you had no security in terms of like the finances and stuff like that. Do you still have that same sort of fear now? Because obviously everything relies, it's all on you now, isn't it? Sort of thing.
It's a thing where like when I was, I'm just talking myself up. When I first left, I thought, when I first left my job, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go for it, cool. But obviously it's a thing where it's not set in stone, innit? It might not go right. It might go right, innit? I was quite comfortable in my job before. It was a half decent salary. I was happy with it. And obviously I was earning money from the football club as well. But obviously when you leave that comfort and you go into a new world, you just you in it. If you mess it up, it's all on you. You know what I mean? If something happens with the club and if lawsuit, child falls over, whatever, it's on me, innit? So obviously I've got a lot of pressure because working with children is like something that not everyone's allowed to do, innit? And obviously
a massive responsibility.
It's a massive responsibility. Children, because obviously, like I said, we're based in North London, Wood Green. Children going home, parents coming to pick them up. Like where we train, it's like you got to walk, like a 3-4 minute walk to go back to the entrance, innit? So it's little things like that. The child might go missing. It's possible. Do you know what I mean? So it's a lot of pressure. There's risks, man. So in terms of like, if it goes wrong, I've got to start again. COVID happened. There was no fight. There was like, I wasn't getting no money off it, innit? So obviously that period there was a hard period, like literally, because I just started, did it, so I wasn't entitled to like furlough and things like that. It wasn't really that in it, so I just had to basically be smart and just make sure I don't spend stupid in it. And obviously when it came back, I said, you know what, as long as we're allowed to play football, I've got to make sure this is on 100. I've got to make sure I push it and get it to the places I want it to go. And but there's risk in everything, innit? But when it's you, that's like, it all depends on you. It's a lot of pressure.
Do you still feel that pressure till this day?
Yeah, I don't think that pressure will ever go because anything can happen, innit? Do you know what I mean? Anything can happen. Obviously, I'm one person. Obviously, the man are there as well, and you got other coaches as well. So anything can happen. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got to be on the same wavelength. Because if one person's doing something else to what you're doing, it could have an impact. Like the way you talk to kids, the way you coach, how you make a kid feel, because obviously they got to come and have fun, innit? Otherwise they're not coming back. So there's a lot of pressure on making sure everyone's on the same wave, bring the fun, bring the energy. But other than that, risk and everything, so it's calm, man.
So what's it like with I know because obviously you got different age groups and stuff like that. What's it like when you're taking them to different football games in terms of like the experience, how the kids are feeling when they win and when they lose?
I think with the older kids, so we go like from 3 to 14, but the 3 to 5-year-olds don't play any matches, they just do training because they're really young. I'd say the 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14,
yeah,
if they lose a match, they're pissed off in it, they're vexed. But the younger ones, they can get over it quick.
Yeah.
They're not as like, they don't realise that they just lost until they, maybe, I don't know how they react when they go home, but they don't really show it.
Yeah.
So it's like making sure they understand that it's not all about winning, but know that if you haven't had a good game, next game you got to do better in it. Because it's just like homework, innit? If you're doing your homework, you get a bad grade. Next time, do a better job, you get a better grade, innit? So it's just that really, like.
Yeah.
But other than that, the whole club, I feel like they got the mentality where they want to win and they want to learn.
That's sick, yeah.
So I can't complain, man. I've got a good bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same way. So it's cool, man. Cheers to that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you're training them though, when you're speaking to them, do you ever have instances where they're giving you attitude and stuff like that?
Oh, 100%. But the thing is, with me, how I approach it is that like,
yeah,
I come in hard first, innit? So like, I let them know you can't muck about in my sessions, innit? And then obviously from there, you start to build a relationship with them where they can feel comfortable to tell you things.
Yeah.
Comfortable to like let you know how they're feeling, if they're happy, if they're sad, if they've got a suggestion, things like that. But the bridge between coach and player has to be like that, because
huge, yeah.
you don't want them to start
getting
thinking
comfortable
that they're your friend. You gotta be professional in it. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely something that is important, having that bridge between the players and the coaches, man. It's important.
Have you had to deal with like any agents or other teams coming to
scout players?
Still my players. A couple. There's been a couple. But you see, this world of football it's kind of like a dirty world, isn't it? Because like you might play a match, the other team might beat you 7-0, for example, and then they might see one player in that team that's good. You might go to the parent and say, yeah, do you know what, your son's good, like get him over this side.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on, yeah, they just won 7-0. Take my son over there. Project Mbappe. Take him over there. Yeah? Take him over there, and then that's it. Like, but there's rules in place where you can't do that, innit? But there's still ways around it. People still do it. And obviously, like in terms of like players from our club moving into professional clubs, that's the aim, innit? We want them to go into professional teams.
Yeah.
So we've had, before COVID, we had we played Arsenal. That was our first like academy match. When we played against a professional team. We played Arsenal. We were supposed to play West Ham, but COVID happened. We were supposed to play a couple other teams as well. Yeah. But obviously, them kind of matches there, it's a shop window for the players.
Yeah, 100.
You know, do well, they might take you on.
Yeah.
So that's the aim, innit? We want them to go to the professional clubs, but as for clubs like ours, if they're trying to take our players, then it's not on, is it? It's happening.
And that must have been a big thing for you to get like big clubs to play against. Not every lower league gets that.
Yeah, and especially in the first 9 months, because remember we started it basically in April 19, which was like a year and a bit ago, and the season started in September. We done so well that I think one of my friends' little brother, he hit me up like, yo, do you want to play Arsenal? Because he works for Arsenal. He's like, do you want to play us? Like, you're doing your thing. And I was like, yeah. So it happened on a Thursday. We already had plans to play a match on a Saturday. So as soon as he said that, I said, listen guys, we're cancelling that match. We're going to play Arsenal. Like, and like even that day. So what we did, I said I was going to cancel that match and just play Arsenal. But we ended up playing the match before and then playing Arsenal. But even me, learning curve, I don't even know if I should say that on camera, but forget it. I was with you. We went out. We went out on a Friday. This was late.
You shouldn't have done that.
We went out on a Friday.
Have done that.
Listen, went out 4 a.m.
Oh my!
Do you remember that? 4 a.m. finish. I said to myself, I'm gonna go 2 hours. I'm cutting. Stay till 4.
You should have done that still.
Listen, bad friend.
I woke up.
That night was mad as well.
I woke up late for the match. Like I woke up late. Like, shout out Joseph, because Joseph, like he's one of the parents, innit? Joseph, like when I woke up, bare calls from the parents. Like, where are you? I can't lie, I was out. You know what I mean? It's a learning curve. I was out. Normally I can do it, innit?
Yeah.
But this time, couldn't do it. Woke up late. Joseph's taking the team basically for the match until I got there. Like, I literally, as soon as saw the time. I was like, got up quickly, got
Get
ready,
ready,
left. Zinging, not zinging. Speed limit. Yeah. Got there late, but it ruined the day for me because even though we were playing Arsenal later, I was like, nah, man.
Yeah, it's just the preparation, isn't
like,
it?
Imagine now I didn't wake up and I missed it. Like parents could be like, do you know what? Like this ain't a serious club. Do you know what I mean? And that's something I'd never condone for anyone to do. But you know what I mean? You got to do something to learn, innit?
Yeah,
I learned
yeah.
my lesson. That's never happening again. If I got football early in the morning, I'm not going out.
Preparation,
next
innit?
time.
Hey, he's the one that sounds joking. Nah, it was all on me. I said, yeah, I'm out because I already had the ticket for the vibe and I didn't realise how that day was going to go. But I thought, let me just try.
Yeah.
But yeah, that happened, so.
Nah, that's a massive learning.
You live and you learn, man. You live and you learn.
But I think it's good to learn in that way because then at least you know next time you're like, oh, I'm not gonna.
100%. Because if that didn't happen, it could have happened at a worse kind of scale. Imagine like maybe I don't know, I had a meeting with a big club or something and I woke up late. Like, you learn, man.
Gone.
Now I know.
Opportunity
I ain't playing
gone.
about with the bag. No chance. No chance.
No, that's good.
Bag's
We're
important.
gonna take a quick break and then we'll get back into it again.
Say no more.
Okay, so yeah, with that being said as well, Nana, obviously I know you lot are FA qualified as well. So how was the process like?
So basically, FA Charter Standards basically like an award to say your club is following the guidelines of the FA Football Association. So you got there's 1, 2 things you got to kind of qualify. Like you got to basically have certain things in place at your club to get in it. So once we had that, we got it like the first month. So once we had that, it was nice. It was nice to know that because do you know what? I played football. Do you know what I mean? I've played football, played for different teams and that. Yeah. But when you're actually running it, you're thinking, right, like sometimes I think to myself, like, yo, did you actually you got a football club? Like, that's crazy, because it's not something small. It's a big thing, especially depending on how big your club is, in it. But mine's alright. It's doing good. So it's like it's a big thing to actually have a football club and to get all these awards and accredit. What's the word?
Accreditation.
Oh accreditation from the FA. Like,
we fiddy.
Like it's mad. It's crazy. It's a nice feeling, man.
Yeah.
You sound like you've got a really strong team, but what happens when like if you guys kind of you might have stuff that you don't agree with? How does that kind of work?
Our team's strong in a sense where like the others, like do you know what is certain like if you start businesses with people or you start football for instance, like one person might be like in terms of like, in coaching for example, one person might need a lot of development, one person might be here, one person might be here, but everyone's kind of on the same level. Do you know what I mean? And we've done it in a way where we've got loads of teams, but it's a team of 3 coaches and then we've got Nana B as well who does like the admin stuff. It's a thing where everyone's able to coach. We've all played football in it. Everyone knows their stuff. Everyone knows football. So I don't need to really say nothing to them and them. They don't need to say nothing to me. We all know our stuff in it. So they might be like, oh yeah, bro, you might need to do. I might say that, or someone else might say that. But other than that, it's important to have a strong team in any business because if you don't and you disagree on a lot of things, then it's wrong, man. But that's not to say that we ain't had our disagreements, man. Because you know what I mean.
And you still push through it.
It's normal. Obviously with me, because I've obviously left my job for it, this is me full time. Obviously the other lot are they're on board and that, but obviously they've still got their jobs in it. So for me, everything's got to be on 100. Like I spend my time like every day I'm working on it. So do you know what I mean? As long as you got a strong team, you're good to go, man. It's easy when you got a good team, but shout out to the Mandem as well, man.
Yeah, no, that's big, man. That's big. Obviously, the sportswear.
I was thinking, what's he doing?
Yeah,
A dance?
obviously,
I'm looking over here, you know.
Sportswear, I'm even liking it. I'm even thinking, wow, like, should I take it off him?
So you want to take off the hoodie? So this one's a small, you know. You got big arms, you know. Still. Yeah, man.
First and foremost, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's
obviously, you guys got a collaboration.
Yeah,
I will.
And if you can't see it, then
you guys got a collaboration with New Balance. How was that? And where can they obviously find the garments and stuff like that?
Just type in Limitless Sports on Google. you see it there. You go on New Balance and you just type in our club name, Limitless Sports, and you can buy it if you want it, innit? I think it's alright. It's a nice drip. You can,
I think it's
you can
cold
wear
still.
it out. You know what I mean? There's black, there's blue.
Is there a link that you can send them so you can put?
There's a
We'll
link
put the
still.
link below.
There's a link still. There's a link.
I'll get the link still.
You lot can buy it. You lot can buy that still.
How was it though to get a collaboration with them?
Yeah, it's nice because obviously initially we started off. So last year, 2019, we started off. We basically bought kits from the Middle East, innit?
Fucking hell.
So obviously it was like what I did was I bought a big bulk, loads of different sizes, loads of kits.
Yeah.
And then obviously just sold them to the players, to the parents. Sorry, like that. Obviously it's easier that way because you've got all the stuff there in it. So when they need it, they can have it in it.
Yeah.
But
And you make your money back as well.
Yeah, you make your money back in a drink. You get me in a
Only
drink.
right.
But obviously it's when you're like when I was younger, like man played for a team called Parkview Rangers. When I was really young in it, and Nike drip. You know what I mean? It was Nike, so everything was cushed. You liked it. You know what I mean? When you're coming to a team and it's like we was unbranded, innit? Just the logo and Johnny's Driving School, our sponsor.
Big up
Shout out
Johnny's Driving
School, our
School.
sponsor, innit? So obviously it was nice, and obviously I remember when that first come to the yard, I was happy. Like yo, we got our kits. Like wow, we got kits. Surreal. Do you know what I mean? But obviously. I think in life, you start here, you get there, then you want more, then you want more, then you want more. So it came to a time I was like, you know what, Rav, we need a shirt manufacturer, like a proper Nike, Adidas, Puma, whatever in it. So I think during lockdown, obviously lockdown and it was tough, mad tough. I think I got an email from New Balance like, hi mate, how you doing? Do you have a kit sponsor? We'd love to sponsor you lot. We'd love to produce you lot's kits.
Yeah.
Oh, so they found you?
Yeah, they
That's
found us.
big.
Sick.
Yeah.
They found us, obviously. So I was like, okay. I think I was on the phone to my bedroom. I was like, oh, I've got New Balance sponsor. New Balance email. So I had that. Yeah, could be interested. But you got sent me some samples. I was like, all right, cool. Said, yeah, 2 years. We'll do your kits for you. And after that, it was just a case of picking the colours and picking what you want. And basically, all black drippy. I'm joking. So obviously we've got all of that in place. So basically, instead of me having the kits at my house and bringing them to the parents and stuff, which was fine, but instead of that, go online and order your kits for your kids in it. And it's nice to have a branded, big established company providing the kits in it. It's a nice feeling. Like this is man's logo next to New Balance. It's a nice feeling, isn't it? So big up that. So yeah, it was a nice thing. We was gonna go with we had Nike, but it wasn't the thing where Nike hollered us and said It was like a company that basically have Nike stuff in it. So New Balance was the one. Big up New Balance for that. It's nice.
So how did they find you? I
don't have a clue, but
you
you know what?
know.
I've had a lot of I get a lot of emails from a lot of different companies. I don't know what they do. Some of them I don't even read them because I get a lot, but like I get a lot of emails from loads of companies offering loads of things, and I happen to come across this one. I even come across it late, like maybe a week late, like because I don't really check the emails like that. So yeah, they found us. I mean, they might have just sent loads of emails to loads of different companies. Who knows? But
Still
they
big.
found us.
Still
It's big.
big.
It's nice, man. It's nice. It's nice to have it. So
That deserves a clap.
Yeah, it just goes to show that obviously you lot were on their radar.
yeah, man. It's nice to see, man, because I think if COVID didn't happen as well, the club would have been. I think personally, the club would have been gone.
Yeah, you lot from where you lot started to around COVID times, you lot was
I remember like there's times
exceptionally
like
well.
I'll never forget. There was a time where we had a session because obviously we started last year, but we started doing like little weekly sessions before that. Yeah. And there was a time where we had a session, and there was 4 kids.
That's what I'm
one
saying.
of them was my nephew. One of them was one of the man's son. One of them was the other coach's brother. There was only one organic kid. So I remember I came in, I was like, oh.
But it's good that you've got that family unit supporting though.
And it's I remember I used to say like, yo, what, you bring your son today? Like, I'm under pressure, like I can't have like 4 kids. Like, it's hurting me. Like, I remember I was thinking, bruv, is this I don't know about this anymore, man. But obviously, you have to push through. So anyone that's got a business idea and it's not going well, just know that it doesn't start off well for everyone. And I'm not the finished article in it. It's not. I'm not a millionaire. But it's possible for you to kill it if you've got the right mentality for it, innit? Not everyone's cut out to be business people. Some people have really fat salaries on working for, I don't know, a bank or working an office job, and that's credit to you as well. But in the world of business, I just think that if you're not 100% in it, don't get into it. Otherwise, you're not going to give your all, and you're not going to get everything you want out of it if you're not giving your all. So for me personally, I knew I wasn't going to be comfortable doing what I was doing before. I said, let me try something new. Let me try something I hadn't done before. Went through it, and it's going good. But hopefully it stays like this, man. COVID could happen and it might all go to shit again. Who knows? But we're not gonna think about that. We're gonna keep positive, innit?
I feel like you've got so much. You've done so much in such a short space of time that you can do so much more, and it's amazing to see and hear as well.
It could be even bigger, man. It could like where it is now. It's nowhere near where I imagine it. It can go so far. Like it's just a matter of staying consistent, having a nice, good online presence, because a lot of our clientele come from online. Making sure we're looking good online, making sure our sessions are good, so when kids are coming, they want to come back. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they can go to another club and have even more fun. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of pressure on making sure that everyone's doing the right things and making sure the kids are having fun. But all good, man. All good.
And I guess, sorry, Chyna, I guess with the parents, obviously you're taking a massive load of them when they're dropping their children to coach with you guys. How does that, like, in terms of the feedback that you get from the parents, are they, like, how does it make it?
I get some parents, like, some of the parents are like, you're my son's hero, and I'm just like, I'm just really like
especially with what's going on in society today as well.
I remember with my birthday, I don't do the WhatsApp. Obviously, I do WhatsApp uploads on the business line. But I don't do them normally on the like, I have happy birthday to me, innit? And one parent was like, happy birthday to my boy's hero. I said, hero, like, you're saying things that, like,
it's madness, isn't it?
That's crazy, man, because obviously when you're looking at it from the outside in, football club just come like a little anything, innit? But this is man's passion, innit? So obviously when you're saying that, I'm happy because
impact, man.
I'm having an impact on someone else's life. It's good to have that, man. So man, obviously there's parents that there's definitely parents that challenge me. Parents, oh yeah, you should do this, you should do that. Why are you doing this for? But you gotta remain professional. You know what I mean?
I can imagine.
You know me, F. So you know me. You know me, like it's like. Yeah, man.
It must be hard though.
It's hard because you know what it is. Parents are parents, innit? You're not a football coach, innit? So you think you should go this way, but this is man's profession. So let me do that. But obviously, because some parents offer ideas and offer solutions and things like that, which is nice. But some parents think they know more than me. I'm not saying you might know more than me. I don't know. But if you're gonna bring a child to football to Limitless, make sure that you're gonna bring them to be happy with what we're doing. Otherwise, you know what I mean? Then it's a conversation we need to have. But I've had a couple of parents challenge me that, because obviously we've got group chats as well for like different age groups as well. I remember one time one parent challenged me, and then in front of everyone I said rah, but gotta remain professional, man. Can't say nothing crazy. It's the business. It's my baby, so I can't really move mad. I gotta be professional always. But yeah, man.
So a question I want to ask that's not related to the business is, you said you support Arsenal. Who's your 5 top Arsenal players?
5 top Arsenal players of all time.
Yeah, of all time. Yeah,
of all time. Wow, this is a good question. I've never been asked this, especially on camera. But
I'll read number
5.
1.
I'll start from 5 to 1. Yeah, so I'll go probably Dennis Bergkamp, number 5.
Yeah, he's fucking cold.
Bad boy. We've got Robert Perez, number 4.
There's another one.
Bad boy.
Another one.
Old school.
That's a real Arsenal, bro.
We've got number 3, Alexis Sanchez. Even though he done us dirty. I would have said Van Persie, but he done us even more dirty. He just was mad. So Alexis Sanchez, number 3. And then the last 2 I'll say with the new school lot. So number 2, I'd say...
So no Henri, bro.
Bro, you know... I don't even need to mention Henri. Like, should I really put him in there? Like, he's gold.
Nah, he's
like,
gold. He's the GOAT.
There's no mentioning Henri. Number 2... I'll go with Partey, man, because he's one Ghanaian, and 2, he's a baller. Even though he ain't played for us yet, he's up there, man. He's a baller. And then number 1, just because he's a player where he could go anywhere, innit? But he stayed with us, Aubameyang, innit? He stayed with the team.
Loyalty.
He's feeling the wave over this side, so yeah. Aubameyang number 1 still.
Who would you pick?
Henry, Bergkamp, Vieira.
Ooh, forgot about Vieira.
Real old school.
Perez. And what's this guy's name? Jesus Christ, you really put me on the spot.
If it's your top 5, you can't be forgetting one's name. Come on, F.
I forgot his name. He's old school as well.
What position? Striker.
Striker. Not Ian Wright. How can I forget? No, you're gonna make me Google his name.
Who's Campbell?
So Campbell.
So Campbell.
Nah, you know what? He was good, but he's not my. Anyway, don't worry about that. That's my top 4 still.
Alright.
That's my top 4.
What, are you Arsenal fan?
Yeah.
Are you?
Who's your favourite 2 players?
Man, even limited it to
I'm giving you 2. I don't want to put you under pressure, innit?
I have to say it because they were close family friends. AC now.
Oh, I like him, man. He's
he's dope.
And I really like Saka.
Saka, he's up and coming.
He's another
yeah,
one.
He's really good.
He's dope, man.
If you had to pick, the top 5 from any team, who would you pick?
Top 5 in any team. What, to make a team though?
To make a team.
So a 5-a-side team.
Or a 7-a-side team.
7-a-side team. So
that's easy, man.
2-2-1. I'm going with.
Nah, do top 5.
Alright, so
top 7 is too easy.
I'm going with goalkeeper Casillas, played for Real Madrid. 1 defender. I'm going with Sergio Ramos, Real Madrid. 2 midfielders. I'm going with Messi, Ronaldinho.
Cheat code.
Striker. I'm going with R9.
So you wouldn't put yourself in there, no?
Do you know, I used to be alright, you know. I can't lie, I used to be decent when I used to play, man. It's
You're saying left foot specialist.
Left foot was decent, man, but you know what? It wasn't for me. Do you know what my problem was? I couldn't run. No, I could run, but I was mad lazy. So you see Ozil, see how they get on him saying he's lazy? That's me. Like, I'm not as good as Ozil, so I can't do that, innit?
Nah, you're sick though.
I was decent, man. I had my, you get me, my fair share of decent moments. You get me? You can YouTube my old clips and that.
What can they type in to watch it?
I don't know.
You just said that they can see it.
If they find it. You can have a look at it. If you find it, then...
If you find it, put it in a comment.
Oh, yeah. Fresh shot. Crazy. Yeah, man.
How different would you say, obviously you don't kick ball now as much as you used to when you were younger, but would you say that there's been a massive difference between the way the children play now in comparison to the way you used to play?
I think the difference is, you see, when we was growing up, we was outside, bro. Like, we was playing football in a park, linking the man and playing football
anywhere.
Park. But these lot are doing Fortnite, they're doing Minecraft, they're doing all these games, and they don't go outside as much. Fair enough, it's not the safest outside. It's never, it's always dangerous. But the kids, they don't play outside, innit? And I don't think they watch football. So they play off the cuff. They just play like what they know, innit? Whereas us, we used to watch football, match of the day, watching the matches religiously. So we knew how to play football, innit? And we used to emulate whatever we saw in it. Celebrations, how we touched the ball, like man's doing Ronaldinho. But these lot they just do their own thing, man. So it's hard to kind of mold them into a team and make them play like a team because they're just loads of individuals. So it's lots of coaching, hours and hours and hours.
That's actually
it's frustrating.
Mad.
Sometimes they do their own thing and attempt to do something else. It's frustrating, but obviously they're kids, innit?
Yeah, have that
they're
patience.
gonna learn, innit? So patience is important. That's something I've never really had in life, but when you run a football club, you gotta have that patience.
My patience,
But other than that, it's still the same, but they're just more individual now.
Do you have a favourite age group to coach?
Yep. My favourite age group to coach is under 13s because it's 11-a-side, so it's like what I know best. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like because they were under 12s last year, they played 9 against 9. Now they played 11 against 11. And it's nice to see that they're getting what you're teaching them. The transition from 9-a-side to 11-a-side. Doing certain things off the ball, tactics and stuff, they're understanding it. So it's nice to see. That's my favourite age group still.
Do they know that, yeah?
No.
They might be watching, you never know.
They're gonna find out. They ain't gonna find out. If they're watching, then I'm lying. You know what I mean? But nah, they're a nice bunch to teach, man. The whole club, like, because I teach 2 age groups at the moment, innit? Yeah. The under 9s I teach are good. Oh, 3 age groups, under 10s as well. So the under 9s I teach are good. Yeah. They're raw in a sense where they need to become a team. And the under 13s are more of a team. So, but yeah, I like coaching everyone, man. I don't really, if it's limitless. I have to enjoy it, innit?
Yeah, regardless.
You find that they're really hungry, like they want to get to that. I want to be in a big club.
Some of them are, yeah. The thing is, like, one thing we don't do that other clubs do is like other clubs use bribery as kind of like they'll be like, come to my team, I'll get you into Arsenal, I'll get you into Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? And it's like dream selling.
Yeah,
it's
that
good
can
for them
really...
because they might not be good enough for that. Do you know what I mean? But whereas you have a base team and there might be one or two that are good enough. You're not going to tell everyone you're good enough to play for Chelsea. You might not be. If you work hard, it's possible. Do you know what I mean? You never lie to a kid and say you're going to play for Chelsea. But if you want to play for Chelsea, you know you got to work hard. So work hard and who knows what happens, innit?
Yeah.
But a lot of teams lie to children, say to children, oh yeah, come play for me. In 6 weeks, I'll take you to Arsenal.
Dream selling at its finest.
Like, people do that and it's not good for kids, innit? Because even me, growing up, I never got lied to, innit? I was always like, I was a good player. I never really got lied to and told, oh, I'm going to go to this team or that team. So I've kind of taken good habits from my old coaches.
Yeah.
So that's why it's easier for me, because I took habits from my old coaches and put them into my coaching methods, innit? So it was always easier to kind of teach children how to play football when you've been taught yourself, innit? Yeah. But yeah, some teams do that. It's horrible, man. It's dead. It's not good.
What do you think for the Premier League at the moment? Because I've seen a lot of people saying that it's rigged because a certain team, we won't mention, is not doing very well. A certain team that's red, that's not obviously
Man United.
Ooh, do you know what? Man United, I don't want to but do you know what? I feel like, you see with them, yeah? I have to drink that. Man United are a good team, innit? They got history. But they're done. They had to...
They are done.
He was the greatest manager, probably one of the greatest managers of all time. But whereas he retired, they haven't been able to replace him, innit? And it's not looking good for them, man. Whereas Arsenal now... We're a nice young, fresh manager. He's hungry. We're getting good players in, so I can only speak for my team, man. My team's doing our thing. Do you know what I mean? Shout out Arsenal. I'm a massive fan, man. If we lose, like, I'm hurt, man. I'm sad, but
trust you won't hear from me, bro.
Who?
The manager. He's always happy.
He has to be, though,
he's always happy, man.
He has to be.
Put on a strong face when we lose, but we've done well so far. I can't complain. Man. You know what I mean?
What do you think of Frank
Lampard?
Yeah.
He's young, innit? He's got a lot to learn. He's doing alright, but like, it's early days, innit? There's only been a few games. Yeah. But if he's gonna last in that job there, he's got to make sure he's
on the ball.
Yeah, man. He's not really doing it right now, but he's still young. He's a club legend, so they're not gonna sack him easy.
Yeah, not yet anyway.
Not yet.
Don't think?
Yet.
Nah, not yet, man.
Not yet. It'll take time.
Because of who he was at the club when he was a player. It's easier. It's harder to get rid of him, innit? Because it's his whole legacy basically getting thrown out the window, innit? So whereas if it was the next man from Portugal or something,
well,
would have been out.
Get out of here, but yeah, man.
Time ago.
What do you think about Frank?
Same thing still.
Basically, he's saying, I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
What do you both think about the Harry Kane signing?
The Harry Kane signing?
Yeah.
What, the...
Tottenham.
Yeah.
I know the Tottenham fans are happy.
Harry Kane is a baller, I can't lie. He used to play for Arsenal, you know, if you don't know.
He's sick, man. I think he's sick.
But he's a baller, like, he doesn't miss, man.
Yeah, he's sick.
I'd love to have him at Arsenal, but...
It just wouldn't work, I don't think.
It wouldn't work, probably, to be fair. He's not our type of player, but he scores mad goals, innit? So
he's quality.
Yeah.
He's quality.
I give him his flowers, man.
Bro, man said flowers, you know.
I give him
his dues.
Oh, shit.
Nah, that's sick, man. Yeah. But yeah, bro, I think I got one more question. So with LSM, do you also, obviously with the marketing, do you handle the social media side of it as well?
Bro, I'm the accountant. I do social media.
Man wears bare hats.
I do everything, man. I do the admin. Well, me and Nana be split it, but I do the admin. There's a lot to do in it because it's not, obviously you can turn up and coach children, but there's a lot of safeguarding things that need to be in place. There's a lot of things that you need to do online. There's a lot of things to do, but like, I can't lie, it's crazy. But yeah, it's not too bad because, like I said, I got all the time in the world to do it. This is something that if I was working full time, I probably wouldn't be able to do it at the same time. But it gives me a lot more time to do other things, so I can still do it, handle it. Sometimes it does get overwhelming. I'm like, yo, it's a bit. But yeah, to anyone that wants to do football, or business, or anything, you just gotta make sure that you're 100% with it. If you're not 100% with it, then don't bother, because you won't get the best out of it. Innit? You won't get the best out of it. Like, you're just gonna be idle. You're not gonna move forwards. You're not gonna move anywhere. So.
And would you say with the things that you've learned in terms of like the marketing, the admin side of things, and as well as you being an accountant, that was it something that you already knew, or was it something that you learned on the go?
The thing is, yeah, when I first started, I didn't think it would be so hands-on. I thought it was just like turn up and coach. But then it's like, oh, you gotta have this in place, this in place, this in place. So it's very hands-on. It's very difficult. As how it's been. Yeah. Obviously, like I said, I was never great in school. Like, I was always sport orientated, maths, English, all of that. Science, I didn't even do my science GCSE. Like, I didn't get the best grades in it. So I've had to learn on the spot, and I've learned that when it comes to being hands-on, and being under pressure, I work really good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when things are tough and push comes to shove, that's when I'm at my best in it. Yeah. So you learn on the job. Yeah. But at the same time, you know the basics. I've worked for other clubs. Yeah. So obviously working for other clubs, if I didn't work for other clubs, I wouldn't have thought this is something I could do. And shout out to my boys T and Fabio, because they've got their own football sports set up as well. And it's like, I remember I spoke to T and Fabio, like, I'm about to leave my job and try this thing. They're like, yeah bro, do it, you can do it. So I think without them, I wouldn't have had the push to do it, innit? Yeah. So it's like, I've learnt on the job, I've had encouragement from other people. So yeah, man, it's been a journey and a half, man. But long may it continue, long may the success continue.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Hopefully, we keep moving forwards and growing as a club, expanding.
Send all the blessings your way.
Oh, amen. Man. I'll take all of them, man. Thank you very much. Hopefully, man, keep moving.
100. Just before we finish off, Nana, I wanted to ask you a question. We always ask. Oh. We ask everyone that comes through this question.
I can't stand you.
50 mil. Or dinner with Jay-Z?
Should have said dinner with Max. Dinner with Jay-Z. Nah, I'm taking 50 mil. I don't need Jay-Z, man. You know what it is? You see me, yeah?
This question's stupid.
I'm the type of person, yeah, I'm not even going to go. But, like, I don't read books. I don't listen to motivational speeches. Yeah. And props to anyone that does, because hopefully it helps you, innit? But for me personally, I've got all the motivation I need, innit? Like, I don't think I'll take anything. I might learn a few things from a book, from an audio, from whatever. But whereas I know where I want to be, I listen to myself, innit? You know what I mean? So, Jay-Z, you big up yourself. But let me get the 50 mil and flip it 3-4 times. But I'm not the most, like, I watch, like, when I got my spare time, I watch movies. Yeah. I do whatever. I socialise in it. I don't watch no documentaries, nothing educational, and I've done my education. And yeah, I'm cool, man. I don't really do the whole fuck up Jay-Z. You know what I mean?
No, that's big. Thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having me, man.
Obviously, what else did I want to ask you? You got any? Obviously, you got the social medias links and that you want to drop.
So on
where
Twitter,
they can find you,
Instagram, Facebook, we are limitless_sports4. Website is www.lsmgmt.co.uk. Yeah, just type in Limitless Sports on Google. You see us on every different platform. We're there.
About the days you train the children and that?
Wednesday, Friday, training. Saturday, Sunday matches. Sundays 3 to 5. Sundays 1-to-1 sessions. Tuesdays also a match day. It's basically throughout the whole week, but it's staggered, in it. So if you've got children that want to play a ball, bring them over here.
Bring them through, man.
Show them how to play a ball, you know. Teach them a thing or two, do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, bring them through.
Now, other than that, thank you very much, bro.
Thank you for having me,
appreciate
guys.
it.
Love it. Thank you so much.
You got any?
No.
Yeah? You all good?
All good.
Cheers, guys.
My invisible car.
Alright, over and out. Bye.
And if you're not subscribing already, press that subscribe button now.
Press that.